Hey guys, Magma here, and today we're back with another brand new video and another brand new DC Rebirth video. Now, normally with all these comic book reviews, I haven't reviewed Injustice 2 issue 4 yet, or, right now, The Button part 3, and that's because I started The Button, pretty late when the first two parts are already out. But yeah, here we're going to be catching up with the comics as fast as possible as we can, so that I can catch up with the DC, Button reviews and the Injustice 2 comics. So yeah, anyway, we're going to continue the storyline, and it begins with Johnny Thunder. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the last videos, I actually didn't recognize this, but this is after I've actually recorded this, and the person who was in the beginning of the Batman issue 21 was actually one of the characters from the DC Rebirth single issue event, who now is at Arkham Asylum. And here we have Johnny Thunder, who is at like some retirement home, and pretty much the point what's going on here is that now like people thinking they're crazy because they have these like lost these memories, and nobody believes that they are who they are. And it's very sad seeing how they're going from Arkham Asylum and a retirement home. This is where Johnny Thunder is. So that's just one note I forgot. And last time we actually saw that character was in that interrogation scene in DC Rebirth single issue event, and last time we saw Johnny Thunder was actually with Wally West when he appeared to him in the DC Rebirth single issue event. Again, you should definitely read it because it is just amazing. But yeah, here this continues directly off of the DC Rebirth single issue, because none of the DC Rebirth comics have actually followed up on this, so I kind of think of The Button as a direct sequel to that issue, because that pretty much just continues the main storyline of The Button and these characters and what's happening with them. But yeah, here we go. Like, people think Johnny Thunder is crazy, and it's like shouting, "Where are you, Thunderbolt?" And pretty much he gets, dragged back in, and that's what happens to him. And as you know, this is the Flash issue 21, so the art would be similar to what we've seen in the Flash before. But we continue in the Batcave with Reverse Flash dead, and we keep on seeing these like short panels where it's like Reverse Flash beating the crap out of Batman's blood. I really like the way that is actually styled with the yellow background. I mean, like, see the character's silhouette and his blood. I really like that. But as we know, Barry Allen is a CSI, so he interrogates, he checks out the scene, and he even talks about how, Reverse Flash killed his mother, but this isn't justice, so he needs to find out how and what killed the Reverse Flash. And we even see like one panel where it's just like, literally, the entire Reverse Flash is now just a skeleton. Okay, it's just a skeleton, but half of him is still wearing the Reverse Flash costume, and it's a really just awesome art in that panel. And yeah, Eobard Thawne is dead from what I again presume is Dr. Manhattan. As I've mentioned in my previous video of that theory I've had, that he's part of the Flashpoint timeline, and he's like not meant to be here because Dr. Manhattan has that mindset from before Watchmen, and I believe that is tied in here. But yeah, pretty much Barry Allen, of course, talks to Alfred and how the computers are jammed, so there are no cameras, because Thawne's lightning fried it, as Barry suggested. And then he goes to check on Bruce Wayne, who we can see is damaged. He's in his bed, and oh my god, like, you can really get the sense that the Reverse Flash is dangerous. And we even know that the Reverse Flash wasn't intended on killing Bruce, but instead torturing him. That's why the Reverse Flash could have easily killed him, and Batman took this opportunity to stall him as best he could. But, the Flash was late, so, good job, Barry. But yeah, here the Batman is just like, pretty much just like bandages everywhere. He's very much just, wounded. But again, he is Batman, and that almost doesn't even affect him. But yeah, pretty much they talk about what happened to Eobard Thawne, and even Batman mentioned it about Bruce. Yeah, we should call him Batman, because right now he's not Bruce, he's Batman. And so Batman, mentions how, he says that he saw God. And, we all know that Reverse Flash is a man of science. But let's be honest, if you saw Dr. Manhattan, you'd be like, yes, you are God, because he's pretty much OP. Like, people complain about Superman being OP, but oh my god, is Dr. Manhattan the most OP thing ever? Like, literally, he can do anything. And yeah, of course, you would know that if you like seen or read Watchmen, which I definitely recommend reading Watchmen. It's a great story about Alan Moore, and he just writes great comics. But yeah, pretty much they're talking, and pretty much Barry decides that Bruce is too damaged, and they can't bring Wally into this. Wally pre-52 Wally with the ginger hair. So he does this alone, and he goes into the Watchtower. And here we actually get like a bunch of like Easter eggs of like the DC's past, where we can see like Martian Manhunter's costume, the Blue Beetle's ship, and just pretty much just a bunch of things. So not I don't know everything about DC, okay, but there's of course a bunch of things, and I did recognize a few. And then we get a flashback to the DC Rebirth, just to remind us, Wally West, what he's talking about, and how there's someone bigger than all of us, and they're watching us. And who's watching us? It's Dr. Manhattan. But yeah, pretty much that is the mystery going on here, is what the button has to do with this, why it was in the Batcave, and the Flash uses the treadmill, or the cosmic treadmill as it's called. But yeah, pretty much he's about to use it, but then out of nowhere, Batman just comes in and he's like, you expect me to let you do this alone? Because Batman, the world's greatest detective, he knows that Flash was going to do this. And he can't let Barry do this by himself, as it's his investigation too. Because they're both very smart, Like, Batman's the world's greatest detectives, Barry Allen is a CSI, so they can, like, talk about stuff like this for hours and actually understand each other, where the other Justice League members, like, if they listen to Barry talking about CSI stuff and all this, then it'd be like, he might as well be talking a different language. But that's why Batman and Barry Allen, that's why they have a really good, connection where they can actually talk about this kind of stuff and understand each other. So that's very cool that the crossover involves the both of them, and I really do like that aspect. But here, Batman decides to come in, and we can even see him kind of he's holding his body ugh, I'm so hurt, but I'm the goddamn Batman. And by the way, another Easter egg, we can see Starro in the background in his in a little thing in the jars. And the Flash is trying to stop him, but there's no point in arguing with Batman, so the Flash goes onto the cosmic treadmill. And this was really cool, because we know Dr. Manhattan stole many years from everyone, because that's what Wally said in the DC Rebirth single issue event. And what actually happens is we see the Crisis on Infinite Earths, we see the whole Justice League being formed, and these are actually the lost years. And Barry talks about this. We even see Barry Allen's death, and he turned into a skeleton, which is a really cool moment in the Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline, and we actually see it here. And these are actually lost memories, that's why they don't remember it. But they do indeed happen, which is why I love DC Rebirth, because the New 52 screwed everything up with rebooting it completely. But with DC Rebirth, they're all bringing it back, bringing pre-52 Superman, bringing Wally West, bringing all this stuff, and even involving the Watchmen into the continuity. That's why it's a great time to be a DC fan. There's so much cool stuff happening here, but pretty much, there's problems with the treadmill, they pretty much crash. And if you go out of the cosmic treadmill, you're stuck in time, so it's not a good thing. So Batman does his best to hold on, and then they land into the Flashpoint universe, where Thomas Wayne is Batman, and Batman's just looking around in this cave, and he's like, oh, this looks like my Batcave. I remember when I found this the first time, but wait, what is this gun? It wasn't here before. I never recovered it. Where are we, Barry? And of course, when you find stuff like this, a really nice touch, all the way back in the Jeff Johns Flashpoint storyline, when Batman actually gets the letter from his father, Thomas Wayne, he actually gets his mask off because he wants to read it as Bruce Wayne and not Batman, which is a very nice detail. And they also show it here, where Batman looks at the gun, and he doesn't want to see it as Batman, he wants to see it as Bruce Wayne, so that's why he gets his cowl off in that specific moment, which is really cool, because the writers, of course, they understand Batman and how he acts, because he wouldn't want to be seeing it, he wouldn't want to see it as Batman, but see it as Bruce Wayne. That's the same thing with the letter there. And then out of nowhere, oh my god, was this such a cool moment, was when we actually see Flashpoint Batman, Thomas Wayne Batman, actually meeting his son, which, oh my god, was that just, my mind just, whoa, that was awesome. I cannot wait for, and the next issue is already out, but I cannot wait to talk about and read the next issue, as I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what that conversation's going to be like. And yeah, as we know, Thomas Wayne Batman is insanely murderous. Okay, we can even see that he has guns. So I want to know why Bruce thinks of this. And also, I wonder if Bruce is actually going to meet Martha Wayne Joker, because if he did, that would be messed up, as Martha Wayne, after, Bruce died, she just turned crazy and became the Joker, which, if Bruce actually saw, his own mum just crazy and is the Joker, that would seriously mess him up. I would just, really just be just heartbreaking for Bruce to actually experience. But yeah, this is very cool. I cannot wait to see what the conversation's going to be like in the next issue, with the Flash, explaining it, and Bruce just talking to his father, reconnecting, family reunion, very happy. But yeah, it's very cool that we actually get to see the Flashpoint universe again, as we have not seen it since, of course, the Flashpoint storyline, and that's been pretty much it. But here, we're actually getting it back, and we also get Flashpoint Batman meeting his son, Bruce Wayne, from another timeline, so it was very cool. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff. So overall, I like the issue a lot. Okay, I'm loving the button. This is like the button crossover, probably gonna be like the best crossover in all of DC Rebirth. Well, it's definitely the best one as of now, and I'm really loving it. So you know, I definitely recommend reading these comics. As again, if you want to get into the reading DC's The Button, then you just need to read the DC Rebirth single issue event, and you also need to read Flashpoint. Then you're all good to go, and you can start from The Button Part 1 to Part 2 to Part 3 to Part 4. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this little recap and review. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and share. And if you come across the channel for the first time, why not subscribe, as I make comic book related videos almost every day. But anyway, that's been Magma signing out. Peace.